In a small town about 45 minutes north of Manhattan lives many historical sites many may not know. With a current population of around 1,200, Blue Rapids, Kansas has been around since 1869. Since then, it has changed and developed into the town I grew up in and know today. I'm going to share with you just a handful of the significant parts of my hometown. The Blue Rapids Museum is very active in keeping history alive. They host Czech festivals, research genealogy for families, change their theme every 3 months, and are currently trying to expand their building so they can house more artifacts. Since the 1870s, Blue Rapids has been home to the only round square in Kansas. Many events took place around the center of the town, and many still do today. Parades have been the biggest thing for this small town. Fair parades, homecoming parades, and back in 1913, 2 famous teams. In 1913, the Chicago White Sox and New York Giants paraded into town for a World Tour game on October 24th. Blue Rapids just celebrated the 100-year anniversary of this game last fall. Several volunteers from the community came to reenact this game. Built in 1875, our hometown library is the oldest in operation in the same building. The library is located on the square with other historic buildings. Still operating today with full function, the library houses historical documents and books for all ages. Also located on the square, the Holm Cabin sits in its new home. It was built in the 1870s south of town and moved to the square in 1996. It was home to a Swedish family that housed 8 children and parents. The little house can be visited to view 2 small rooms and a loft. The Central Branch Railroad served as a trainway of transportation for a long while. Homeless children came from the east and were transported by orphan trains to be adopted by Midwest families. During World War II, this railroad was used to transport German prisoners to a prisoner of war camp over by Concordia, Kansas. Blue Rapids has been home to the Marshall County Fair since 1916. Every July, people from neighboring counties and all over Marshall County visit the festivities. Located on the fairgrounds is the ancient octagon-shaped Floral Hall. Floral Hall is one of the original buildings since the fair started in 1916. Just north of Blue Rapids is a very significant place in many hearts into our history today. Alco Springs was home to Oregon Trail pioneers who forded the Big Blue River. It got its name from the Donner Party, a group of pioneers that stopped. They discovered some of the purest spring water upon their stay. When we have a lot of rain, the falls run, making this part of Alco Springs beautiful. Upon their stay, they also carved their names and different things into the rocks around the springs. The coolest part of Alco Springs is finding the swells. They are ruts made by their wagons when they were leaving. Even though Blue Rapids is a small town of only around 1,200, there is history to share. It's full of stories to tell, and these were just a few I found worth sharing.